Hello, and welcome to today's discussion about InsertLearning, a browser extension that allows teachers to add instructional content on any web page. When you first visit the website, InsertLearning.com, you'll notice this large button down at the bottom that allows you to add the extension to the web browser. Options are available to add this extension to either Chrome or Firefox. So, sorry those of you who are big fans of Safari and Microsoft Edge, right now you got to go with one of the other ones to use this tool. When you click the button, you'll get a notice asking you to allow the software to run. Click Allow Extension, and then you should see, after it installs, a purple icon in the top corner, right corner of your browser for the InsertLearning extension. This is the tool that will allow you, whichever web page you're on, if you find that that is something that you can incorporate into a lesson, that's how you would activate the InsertLearning resources. So what we're going to do is let's log into InsertLearning's web page itself to see the layout and then see how these tools get used around the web. So we're going to do a quick login. Because I'm already in Google Chrome and connected through my Google account, it auto loads for me. And so where we see first is our dashboard. And the dashboard starts, the main menu is the lessons menu. So as you create lessons, you will find them here, or you can create them directly from here using the plus sign. Right below it, you will have a couple of options on just kind of the frequently asked questions about InsertLearning and getting started and utilizing the tools. So very handy, easy to find right at the beginning. And then below that, you see some example lessons that have already been created using some of the sources that are integrated with InsertLearning. And if those aren't enough, you've got more options down here at the bottom to check out, just to get a sense of how this can work for you. We're using this in an educational setting though, I would assume, so we need to make a class. So let's click over here on the main menu, the Classes tab. Very easy again, click the plus button, and what you'll see is create a class. You simply, two ways to do it. One, create your own class within InsertLearning. Type in the name of it, click Create. You see also a button here for import from Google Classroom. If you are already using Google Classroom in your school district or educational setting, then it's a very easy import. I've already created a class, so we're going to cancel that. And you see mine outside of Google, I need a way to get students connected to it. So there's a class code here. I can share this via email or maybe post it on my LMS as an announcement for students to know where to go. However, if you're in a classroom setting with your students and they have the ability to register then, the binoculars tool is really handy in that it will project out a screen with the website name and very easy to read class code. Even those folks who like to hang out in the back of class should have no problem seeing this and getting themselves registered. All right, so let's close that down. Now what we want to do, we've got a class. Let's go ahead and look at lessons. So there's a lot of things that we need to know about lessons. What you can do with those is you can start by just finding some content for the lesson. And if you click on the resources and click on Find Content, there's of course the keyword search where you can just type in something that you might want to incorporate into your lesson. Maybe it's on time management, or maybe it's a point in history. You can also just look at sources. What sources is InsertLearning already working with? And there's a handy list of them out here. Obviously, you're going to see the Google stuff. There's also NPR, New York Times, and a lot of open access resources as well. So plenty of options on that end. If we go back up to the resources, another really cool tool with InsertLearning is there are tools that are already connected to embed within the lessons. And so if we click on the tools, I think some of us will see some very familiar tools out here. We scroll down a little bit, there's our Edpuzzle that we've used this semester. Lots of Google resources again as well. Down here we found Pictochart. I personally found Pixton to be a pretty interesting cartoon creator. In fact, I used that on my JavaScript assignment. There's Quizlet, Prezi. You see down here, even YouTube exists right here. And so you can bring those in, as we're going to see in just a second. So those are our tools, and then again, more examples if you need them. But let's jump back over here to lessons. I've already played around with one. In fact, I pulled an example lesson that I felt was a really good example of showing all of the tools that InsertLearning can use. And that was the story of an hour. So I'm going to click on this other tab where it's already loaded for us. And we can see, so what basically started out is this was a text website. It was literally the story of an hour, the short story text just written there. And this teacher decided great story for a literature class, but some challenges, some things that students needed to look at first. So what she did was clicked on the Insert Learning icon up here on the right, which brings up the Insert Learning menu over here with all the tools that are available. And then she started to build her lesson. So we got the title of the story. And then this first yellow box is what's called a sticky note. So she clicked on the sticky note, and the sticky note's awesome in that it can be just text. So she typed in, practice these vocabulary words while reading. And then she used one of those embedded tools, in this case Quizlet, to generate a vocab list of challenging words from the story, where students can literally, look at the word, find the definition, and go through these. So very nice resource right here, interactive for the student. She also, before she got them started reading, she gave the option of the audio of the story. So again, it was a sticky note, little bit of text, and then she embedded a video of somebody reading the story of an hour. So students could follow along through their own reading later on. And then lastly, before they even start reading, she came over here and looked at the insert a discussion and posted a discussion question for students to consider, because this story has a twist at the end, what were their experiences with twist endings already, and made a discussion board where everybody could share their information. Finally, we see the text starts. And so students will start to read. And again, she had them read the first sentence and then wanted to, using her menu, insert a question. So you see here, think in a symbolic manner, what could this first line have as an alternate meaning? Student question. They type their answer, they save it, right? And then they keep reading. You see another question. Then another one. Here we have a multiple choice question. You may have noticed we see, because we're in the teacher view, type here to turn this into a multiple choice question. She didn't want those on the first view, but here she did. And so all you would do was actually type some more, hit enter, and it would make A, B, C, however many you needed. So she's got the questions here. Then she's got the highlighter tool, which is our other one that we see over here. And she's asking them, again, using a sticky note, she gave them the guidelines and asked them to go in and use their highlighter to highlight text that they want. So all the different versions of this got used to make this assignment. Here she even used her own highlighter to again refer to some of those vocab words she had at the beginning. So you see how it all comes together, very interactive on a web page. Real quick though, let me show you from just a regular web page, what can you do with InsertLearning? So I'm going to click over here, and just recently, the Hattiesburg Zoo announced a baby sloth was born. And so I think, kids love this stuff. So I click on my InsertLearning tool here, bring up my menu, and maybe what I want to do is I want to ask a question. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit and see, all right, here is when she was born, right? So I'm going to click on that quickly, and I'm going to create a question. When was, typos, please excuse. And I click create. And now I've got it. And real quick, I could do this with a lot of different things, but what I want to is go back to our InsertLearning dashboard page, and you see it automatically populated my new lesson. So I can go back and forth and build some more. So there's InsertLearning for you. I hope it's an interesting tool that you yourself could use in your own classes. Thank you.